Good evening.
He's muted.
He's muted. Oh, look at that.
Hey, everybody.
Good evening.
How's everybody tonight?
Well,
Good. Well, thank you all so much for being here. As usual, this is our time to spend a little time in the stillness and to collect ourselves midweek and to regroup and to make sure that we are aware and present and relaxed and rejuvenated all at the same time, which, believe it or not, we can do in just a few moments. So, as always, we will work with our Earth Magic card deck, and this deck is this beautiful deck of many aspects of Earth Magic that we are familiar with, and we allow these cards to guide us in our meditation this week. Last week, I don't know if you remember, but we chose Winter Solstice, and it was also the card of reflection. And so we used that opportunity to really reflect on especially the year that we have had and to put ourselves back in all of the spaces throughout the year that we felt like we were achieving and accomplishing and really rising above, so that we can tap into those successes and those achievements as the takeaway from a year that has been very, very challenging. So we want to make sure that as we ride out this year, that we are remembering this year through all of its challenges as one of triumph for all of us. And so in that spirit, we will draw a card, and I'm going to shuffle the cards, and as I do every week, I'll take the top one so that you don't think I'm using my own intuition to grab the one at the bottom. I'm just going to ask you to all put your hands up for your energy, and I will feel that energy as I shuffle the cards, and as I'm done, I will then just draw the top one so that you all can see at the same time what I have drawn. All right. So our card for tonight and our card for this week is the Lotus Flower, the Unfoldment card. Unfoldment. So I'm going to see if I can put this card in my little card camera area and have you able to take a look at it. All right, so it's not picking up the camera, but I'm going to show it to you once again. Right here. So I'm going to take away turn off the lights so you guys get a chance to see it. card. And we Lotus sitting on a pool. We see the clouds billowing through the sky. We see the sun creeping through the clouds. And we know that the sun rises every day as this flower blossoms. And unfoldment is a key word for this next period of time between now and the end of the year and at the beginning of the year, because all that we've learned, all that we have gained, all that we have achieved is part of the unfoldment that is going to lead us into our new space and our new year and our new experience of life as we transition. So with this card, again, in mind, with the unfoldment card, thinking of that word and thinking of the lotus flower as a representation of that experience, let us move into our meditation. And so I'm going to ask you all to get comfortable and sit with your backs against the chair where you're sitting, or if you choose to lay down, then I'm going to ask you to get comfortable there. And so, as always, we are going to begin by focusing on our breath and just making sure that we can feel that breath coming in as we inhale through our nose and holding it for a moment, and then exhale as we release it. So we inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. We just want to make sure that we're paying attention to that breath right now. So we don't have to all breathe at the same time. We want it to be at our own pace, but we do want to make sure that we are drawing that breath in nice and slowly. And if you can, think of the words, "I am breathing in," as you inhale, and then hold for just a moment, and then exhale nice and slowly on the words in your head, "I am breathing out." So once again, just take a moment to pay attention to that breath. What does it feel like as it comes in through your nostrils? And as you hold it for a moment and exhale, how does that feel? Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. In and out. And so tonight we are going to use the tones of the bowls to take us deeper and deeper into ourselves. And so each tone that we hear is going to help our bodies to relax more and more. And this evening, we're going to just imagine our entire body, the entire body from head to toe, just kind of relaxing all at the same time. Like you just jumped and you are going to land straight back into a nice fluffy cushion with your entire body, allowing it to relax more and more. And just as we've paid attention to our breath, we now allow that breath to anchor us in our physical space, while we allow our spirit selves to rise out of our bodies and into the spirit plane, where we are connecting with our deepest, truest self. And as we have been released from our physical bodies, we no longer feel any discomfort, any pain, any emotional challenge. We are just free in this space together. It's like we're floating so gently on a breeze. Our essences, our presence, just breezing and floating gently. 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 And as the tones fade, and we find ourselves completely at peace, completely relaxed, we're experiencing a very pleasant sense of warm darkness surround us. Like a blanket. Or like the arms of someone we love when we close our eyes and just imagine and feel the safety and the power and the serenity and the strength of being wrapped in this darkness. It's so gentle. And we are so at peace at this moment. Feeling so very safe. And in this space of safety, from this space of warm and comforting darkness, we begin to realize that just underneath and around our essence is a crystal clear pond of blue-green water. We feel the cool, refreshing, and wet feeling of that water just holding us in this space. And where we had been floating through the air, we now feel that sense of floating on this beautiful pond. We're floating, we're not static, and yet we're not moving quickly from the rush of a current. We're just floating. So gently, so comfortably. And as we float so gently, we choose to become aware of the presence that we are in this space. We are aware of the stems of leaves that are underneath us, that are keeping us afloat. We are aware of feeling and experiencing that sense of being folded toward our center as we rest and rejuvenate, floating on this pond. It almost feels like we have our hands over our head and we are tucked tightly toward the center of our body, or the body that we remember in our physical state. Tucked tightly, almost in a fetal position, but still comfortable and safe. And as we become aware of this feeling, of being tucked but safe, we sense around us a gentle warmth rising around us, just drifting into where we are. It's a calming warmth, so gentle. So healing. And that awareness leads us to realize that around us, the light is getting brighter and brighter from the darkness that we have rested. And the light cracks through the darkness gently, slowly at first. But begins to rise around us, getting brighter and brighter. And as it gets brighter, we begin to see in this space where we are. See the blue-green water. Seeing the light. Seeing the horizon and the sun slowly, slowly rising over the horizon. Bringing light all around it. And warmed by the sun's rays, we begin to feel the tightness of our being crunched in that fetal-like position, and something at the center of us begins to stir. It feels like the stretch that begins as we would rise out of our own beds on the earth plane. But that stretch comes from within. It stirs. It vibrates quickly. The energy within. And as the light gets brighter and brighter, we begin to feel ourselves. Open. We begin to feel our many aspects of who we are begin to unfold one by one. The light gets brighter, and more of us opens and unfolds and then widens our reach toward the sun that is lighting us and warming us and healing us. Brighter and brighter, we feel the stretch, and we feel that stretch as our very own soft and luminous and beautiful petals of the lotus, that gorgeous pearlescent flower floating on this beautiful blue-green pond. As the sun reflects off of the water's trickles and waves, we feel that brightness that comes as we open up more and more and more. More and more, until we are fully and completely unfolded and open and reaching out to the golden light that has awakened us. And though our petals appear delicate, and their softness is smooth and gentle, we know and can feel the strength that surges within them is the life force from our core. We know we are the lotus. We know we have blossomed. And we know that we will always blossom. We know that we must rest and tuck ourselves into ourselves to rejuvenate and to reflect and to rest. But we always bloom from this space, floating gently on the water. With every sunrise, as the warmth awakens our inner and beautiful divine self. And as we awaken and embrace our own lotus blossom selves, we suddenly become aware of other blossom selves that are around us. And with the eyes and mind of the divine, we can see, floating with us, all those that have chosen to be here on this evening for this journey, all those who will follow and take this journey at another time. But we are all beautiful, unfolded lotuses here in this serene and calm and sunlit water garden, aware of our unfoldment that has happened together. And we just, in our own minds, reach out to those fellow lotus blossom selves that are around us. And we connect in spirit, we connect on this plane. And once we sense all of the blossoms around us, we just can feel the most wonderful sigh of comfort and serenity. And we allow the next few moments in the silence to just cascade over us. Thoughts may come and they may not. But what is here with us together is just a sense of peace and comfort. And togetherness and divinity. And we just allow that warmth, that sense of floating to be with us now. Almost like a whisper, we hear a voice from deep within. Deep within that place that we were tucked around and huddling so close. And that voice from within tells us in its own way and in its own words just how much it loves us. In the way that we can hear it and understand it and embrace it. to that voice. Listen to its love. Listen to your voice. Listen to its love. For that voice of the divine source within, is so clearly your voice. And the voice tells us that it knows it's time for us to return. And it asks us so lovingly to not forget it, to remember the sound of the voice, however it expresses itself to us. In the tone of a Tibetan bowl, or the ringing of a church bell chime, or the bark of our favorite canine friend, or the meow of our feline companion. However that voice deep within makes itself known and available, it asks us to remember. And then with a gentle kiss, it blows on our essence and it sends us back, floating as the water that has been so still begins to pick up its current, and we are floating together down the stream, gently but quickly. More and more as we pick up speed, flowing faster and faster and faster. Faster and faster. Until we explode out into the great ocean. And as we do, we begin to sense that our body is reshaped itself. We have been released into the sea and returned to our bodies. It's like we're floating on that ocean on our backs because we begin to sense the breath again, flowing in and out through our nostrils and out of our mouths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, just comfortably and intentfully and calmly. And with every stroke of the tone, we sense that breath more and more we sense the tether that it had on us in this space. And we begin to grab hold of that tether with our entire bodies, allowing ourselves to float back into it, into that space that is held for us. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And as the tone fades, you can remember that voice urging us to return with zest and with vitality to our lives. And so we answer that voice inside of us by claiming it and returning to our physical selves. And we're going to inhale and exhale quickly. So we inhale and exhale fully out. Inhale again. Exhale fully once again. And one more deep breath. And exhale. We want to open our eyes ever so slowly. And I welcome everybody back. What fun. What fun. I hope you had a chance to connect with that space within yourself that out of survival and necessity and needing to rest can tuck itself in and hold itself tight, but also when the sunlight, when the light of our friends and family and loved ones flow over us, can blossom and grow wider and wider and wider. And know that that blossoming is simply our alignment with the divine that is outside of us and within us. And so on this December evening, and December is going by quickly, I thank you once again for being here. I look forward to experiencing your essence and your presence again next week, and as many times as you can in our future. We have some wonderful things coming up at ISD. We have on Saturday morning, we are Reverend Fran and Sylvia Raitt have co-hosted a beautiful spiritual gifts sharing Saturday morning practice. And this week, Reverend Fran is going to lead a deep dive on ourselves to discover the master teacher that exists within us, that is guiding us along the way, that we can actually ask consciously for help in all of our endeavors. And then on Saturday night, we have our online psychic fair. It's the last psychic fair online for the year. And so we've got some spaces available. So you can get your 15-minute session with one of our wonderful ISD psychics and move on into the new year. And our Sunday morning service at 11 a.m., of course, every week. So check our website and keep informed and watch out for our emails. And I hope to look forward to seeing everybody back here very soon. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Sylvia. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
Eva, welcome.
Kelly.
Welcome to our space.
Yeah.
And Kelly.
Mommy. Hello.
Oh, that's pretty big too.
And who's Miller, may I ask? Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you
you.
enjoyed yourself. Hope to
I
see
sure
you.
did.
Good.
I
Good.
sure did. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Mwah.